Told me, you're not going anywhere. Because even me living in Pretoria, I think Sundowns also, there was some sort of interest, whatever.
So you used to do all the traveling all through to...
There's my driver.
Here's
my Uber driver.
Oh, that's a lot.
But he was Uber driver for a few of us.
I think Chauvet.
That's a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
I think what we've gathered so far is that from the older generation,
Right.
color discrimination didn't mean anything.
No.
But you would have known, Mockfish, Keith, when they mention the words, hey, when did you start knowing about the terminology of what they were referring to you as? And did you see it as a derogatory term?
No, that didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. But when did you pick up that that is a term used to reference a white person?
Well, I've been called lots of things in my time, but when I first arrived there, I would say it started, and then I just accepted it, and it was fine, no problem.
But did you ask somebody, hey, what does this Mlungu thing mean?
Nah, I didn't ask.
Not bothered.
Nah.
Just on the reference issue, because you get that question a lot, and it's exactly what I asked Keith now about the reference, because now you're in a change room, so when they use and throw the Ngamla, the Mlungu word, was that anything to you? Did you pick up on it? What did it mean?
No, I didn't pick up on it. I think, sure, very similarities, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot senior than me, and, I think for me it was, as I said, I was fortunate that I played at Arcadia Shepherds. It was like a second home. Going to Cosmos, it was, no disrespect, it was a stepping stone for me to go into a Pirates. We all know what Orlando Pirates is, the culture, the history of the club, and going there, my Cosmos lesson and playing with the players that I did, I was very fortunate, as I mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, we got relegated, but 6 of my teammates went with me to Pirates.
Yeah.
Yes. Or I went with them. Yeah. So it was an easier step. And then you meet Eddie, John Wett, you meet other players, eventually Gavin Lane. And the mixture of players that we had, it worked. And it's, you mentioned it now, it's like, Dr. Koza knew what he was doing, bringing certain players to the club, and certain players, certain players came to the club, and certain players obviously were successful, and some weren't successful. But you can't get everything right. But that nucleus of the team that he brought there in '94, and then we winning the league, and then going on to obviously what we did in '95. He had a vision, and that vision for what he bringing the players, certain players, as I said, from different clubs. I mean, I think. Basically, after '93, Pirates was rebuilding. Mike McCarby, as I said, 6 of us. At Eddie, I think you were new. I think Gavin Lane was new then. John Moheti. I don't know if Opal Mabuza was there already. But a whole new mixture of new players from different clubs. Obviously, he had an ambition, and then that changed. So my Cosmos experience was a fantastic experience, actually. And each club, people always ask me, okay, what club do you prefer? My Arcadia experience was important for me to go to Cosmos. Cosmos important for me to go to Pirates. And then being at Pirates, I wouldn't think no disrespect to any other club, to go from Pirates to going overseas. That prepared me for going overseas. Sure, the mixture of players, and that's I never had any issues with players. Yeah. And I don't think so. I was very fortunate to have a short time in South Africa for Cosmos and Pirates, but a very important in my character building for me going overseas. I mean, spending 2 years with Eddie as a roommate, driving in the car with Eddie to Pirates.
That taught you a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, especially you're playing it. I think this is now '94, so it's new country and new everything, this and that. And then Eddie rocks up and he's got a plastic bag. Now, who knows where he got? He's never told me. Plastic bag full of CDs. He says, yeah, my friend, I got a present for you. I said, Eddie, where did you get this? It's Metallica, it's U2, it's this, it's all CDs. Who knows where he got it from? He gave it to his buddy because he knew that's the music I like.
That was, I was welcoming.
Where were the CDs
Where
from?
did you get it from?
I bought from a friend. I said, you are welcome in this world.
But why were they in a funny plastic bag instead of being, if it was CD warehouse, then it has to be CD warehouse. Where did you get them from?
I used to listen to them.
AC/DC.
Second hand. So you got the same.
U2 Zulu and all those.
So just sing one song from there.
Yeah, the Sex Pistols. You know the Sex Pistols.
Sex Pistols.
Yo, this guy.
Musician. Musician.
Oh, there's a lot of things. I'm not sure.
So I welcome my friend.
Yeah.
So you
got
coming?
CDs.
Yeah, you coming from England to Soweto. You know. So yeah, that was
Again, so like I said, it's very important, Brasdan, very important to realize that, you know, that character building for me to go overseas is very important for me to experience Edward Jens Motale, to experience
But you guys became the best friends. though.
unpronounced mayor of Mamelodi.
Yes.
So take you Mamelodi, come. Then I'm like, Eddie, okay, come into Pretoria, come to Buckaroo's, a nightclub.
Yeah, yeah.
In Satchmo's. So you learn things and you see how, you know, traveling in the car and how you do things, and then how another culture does things and how Eddie does things. Remember, it's completely different. So it's this. So it's like, I said, Eddie, meet me at Satchmo's. Meet me, I think it was 7 o'clock, whatever. So we're standing and literally standing at the bar, and you knew a lot of people. You knew that the owner of the place, Lionel, and them. And it's a nice conversation, sitting talking.
Yeah. So you joined your company then with eight.
No, but it's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
But it's 7 o'clock, Brasdan.
Yeah, you have to go home.
No. We go late. No. It's only starting beginning. It's the beginning.
Yeah, they're arriving then.
So it's now it becomes 10:30. I look at the time. I said, Eddie, where are you going now?
Yeah.
Eddie says to me, no, he's just going to go check if his wife is okay in the car.
Yeah.
I said, Eddie, why didn't you invite your wife in to sit here with us? She must wait in the car. Eddie. So that's why I said, taught me the things that I should never do. One things we would never do. And it's like, so my interaction with Eddie taught me many things, but also gave me another insight into a different psyche of a person.
Yeah.
And I think this is the challenge that I had.
Yeah.
So it gave me the strength to be able to go
Anywhere in the world.
Yes. Anywhere in Africa, anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
That's why we'll stand and take cards and take everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
he was
like you
really-
said it, my friend has got more stitches than the games he played in football. Yeah, he's a soldier.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's why I like him. He's a fighter.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So you fought very hard to leave your wife in the car.
No, you know why I left my wife in the car? Because it was only men, and my wife, she's allergic to men.
So what are you?
Allergic to men.
So what are you then?
So if she sit,
Can you imagine this guy?
if she
Coming
sit
from Victoria.
more with men, if she sit more with men, she'll pick up rash.
Yeah.
So I said, baby, for your health, safety, let me leave in the car.
Yeah.
So if she's allergic to men, what are you?
Men, but she's not allergic to men.
Brasdan, we could go on for days, but we've reached a point where, as we wrap it up, we've seen the success of '96, probably the most representative team that we've had in the country. Maybe that is why it still remains the most successful, is because it incorporated every sector of South Africa. You know, that they called the Rainbow Nation was in that '96 team. And I think somehow we need to drift back into something similar to that, again, based on capability, not based on color. That was organic, it worked. And I think Clive Barker did a great job in terms of getting the right players in the right positions and incorporating the success through that. The legendary stories of Brakith here, Mtagati, together with Kidsweat, Julu, Mockfish on the other side, as well as by chance. I mean, that shows again how we've grown. There's a lot of similarities that the two have shared. But I think there's still a lot more to be done. I don't know how you would summarize as you thank your guests who've, I mean, so you called them up and they came through for sitting at stands.
I'm so happy, for you guys to have made it to be here.
Thank you.
Because we really wanted to just to unpack these stories, to tell the country or the world that this is what we have experienced as players. And we really appreciate it, highly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And of course, my gents,
The drama.
No, thanks, guys. Cheers again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Cheers, Marky. Cheers, buddy. Cheers.
Thanks, Keith.
I wanted to get involved in the sport, and this is what drove my visit to a certain Mr. Ephraim Matsilela son. I said to him, I will look after your team free of charge. I will come to training sessions free of charge. I will pay myself to travel to away games. And Jomo said to me, but why would you do this? I said two things. I said, number one, I don't have experience. But number two, I believe, Mr. Sono, that in our lifetime, South Africa would be readmitted into international football. And when that happens, I want to be ready to be the team doctor for that team.
100%.